Welcome to PQs for Breakthroughs, where I ask you powerful questions, or PQs, so you can get powerful answers to some of life's most common challenges. So here's a problem. Sometimes we don't even think of it as a problem, but it can often create problems for us, and it's multitasking. A lot of times we don't even think about the idea of single tasking, but there actually can be a benefit to it. I remember years ago, I was at a doctor's appointment, and my doctor was just doing a regular exam, and he pushed down right here, just below my sternum. And when he did that, it just really hurt. I winced. And he said, was that painful? I said, yeah, it's painful. He said, it shouldn't be painful. Well, he ended up doing some more tests, and I basically had been releasing too much adrenaline into my body, and it was causing some other problems. But the interesting thing was that he started asking me a series of questions right after, I discovered that pain that I thought were odd. He asked me questions like, so when you are on your computer working, how many programs do you have open at one time? Not exactly a medical question, I didn't think. I said, I don't know. I probably have 5. He's like, why? I said, well, I may have PowerPoint up and Word, and then I might have my Outlook up, and I'll have my Internet Explorer because I am, searching on the internet for things. And he said, so when you're driving, do you do anything besides drive? And I was like, well, yeah, of course. I probably am listening to some music. Sometimes I'm talking on the phone. If I'm really in a hurry, I might be eating. And he said, I want you to try something. I want you to try just doing one thing at a time. Like when you drive, just drive. And when you are working and you finish one project or you're moving on to another program, shut the other programs down. And it seemed like a simple task. I found it to be rather challenging, but here's what he was getting at. When I multitasked, when I had multiple things going on at once, my body was actually responding to that. I was actually releasing more adrenaline into my body because I was operating off of that in order to be as productive as possible, in order to meet deadlines and get things done, in order really to feed even the fact that I often was procrastinating. And so I was trying to do as much as possible in as little time as possible. And as a result, it was impacting my health in a rather scary way. When he started to describe what could happen if I didn't slow down, I didn't like what I heard. But here's the thing that I think is even more significant. Oftentimes when we multitask, we're doing it while we're interacting with others. And what we're really saying is, the other stuff I have to do is more important than you in this moment. And sometimes what we really need to do is to simply slow down, to listen, to give the other person our full attention. And when we do that, not only do we hear them more, do we not miss the point of what they might be saying, we don't miss the body language that we probably need to pick up on, but we connect more deeply in our relationships, which causes us to slow down and to discover the joy of doing just one thing at a time, of being fully present. So here's my PQ for you. Who in your life would benefit most if you were to single task instead of multitask? Who? Would it be your spouse or your significant other? Would it be the people on your team who feel frustrated sometimes because maybe you aren't really hearing them and they have to repeat themselves or remind you of things? Or would it be your children who are tired of competing with your phone because of that addiction to scrolling and trying to do other things while you are also paying attention to what's going on the apps on your phone? Who in your life would benefit most if you were to single task in the moment rather than try and multitask? If you want more PQs, remember this: you get your most powerful answers when you ask powerful questions, PQs. You can get more advice, more of these PQs, info about all of our coach training programs when you go to ValerieBurton.com. If you want to watch more of these videos, get a little more coaching from me, just go to valb.tv. Until next time, try single tasking, and I'll talk to you soon.